guys, and welcome to this week's edition of the Coffee and Hero Show. We're going to be kicking things off with our usual What's New in This Week's segment. So, as I talked about a few weeks ago, we had a really great free comic book day, really busy in store, great sales. So once we had such a good day, I thought to myself, I'm going to be doing a massive order. And I did. I like to think I did not disappoint myself. We've so much new stuff coming into the store this week. Definitely something for everyone. I mean, I'm just going to be showing off pretty much the graphic novels today, but, we got new storage boxes that are based around, Alex Ross's artwork. We've got a brand new range of DC figurines coming in as well, which I might do a separate video on because there is quite a lot of them, but they're all these beautifully hand-painted, one-of-a-kind figurines, as well as, Wayne Manor and Daily Planet and Themyscira and all these different things. It's a new supplier we're working with, so I'm really looking forward to showing that stuff off. And that'll be on sale this week as well. But yeah, I'm just going to focus on the graphic novel side of things for now anyway, because there's a lot to get through. And I'm sure you don't want to listen to me talk too much. But yeah, so kicking things off, first of all, a few omnibus came in this week. So first of all, brand new is the Rick Remender run on Captain America. So with this one, he's worked with artists such as Stuart Immonen, Nick Klein, Carlos Pacheco, John Romita Jr. And this is it's a run I've never read, so I'm quite interested in this myself. Obviously, being a huge Rick Remender fan, Deadly Class, Low, etc. But yeah, that's the complete run of that. So, but as well as having that Captain America run, you've got Winter Soldier: The Bitter March 1-5, all new Captain America Fear Him 1-4. It goes right up until Sam Wilson takes over the mantle of Cap. So a very timely one there. A new Black Label release this week. We have the collected edition of Joker Harley, Criminal Sanity. So this is from Cami Garcia and Miko Suyan. Mike Mayhew does art as well. So again, it's this larger Prestige Plus format for the Black Label stuff. And this was 8 issues long, but there was also a Secret Files issue. So it's essentially 9 issues long. So if you enjoy the Black Label stuff and a good dark psychological horror, great one to jump into there. Back in stock as well is The Dark Prince Charming. So this is the one by Enrico Marini. I've talked about this before. This is a brilliant title from a European artist. It's, as you can see, it's oversized in comparison to normal comics, but that is one of its strengths because the artwork in this is absolutely brilliant. So highly recommend that. And it was a good week to get that in because a brand new title this week is Batman the World. So this was solicited a few months ago. We featured it on the previews podcast, had it on the board. I've ordered a good few copies in anyway. But essentially what this is an anthology hardcover book collection of different Batman stories told by different creative teams from around the world. So you've got creative teams here from France, from Spain, from Italy, from Germany, Czech Republic, Russia, Turkey, Poland, Mexico, Brazil, China, Japan, South Korea. So I think this is a really cool idea, and it's really a testament to the universal appeal of Batman that something like this could exist. So I'm looking forward to tucking into that myself. That's high up on my list this week. Back in stock is the complete collection of Doomsday Clock, so done in the rather beautiful Watchman-esque way. Of course, Jeff Johns, Gary Frank, Brad Anderson on this. This was the 12-issue event. That took a bit long to come out, admittedly, in single issues, but here you have it collected and it reads brilliantly all together. Another new Batman one this week, again another hardcover. So we have the next Batman Second Son. So this is all to do with the future state Batman. This is to do with Jace Fox. This is to do with, someone stepping into the mantle of the Bat in the absence of Bruce Wayne. Written by Oscar winner John Ridley and Travel Foreman on the art. So this was essentially a 4-issue miniseries called The Next Batman Second Son, and that's everything together. That's then going to lead into a new series that's launched recently called I Am Batman. Next up, a good all ages one that keeps getting requested, which is Thor and Loki, Double Trouble. So again, it's this smaller format. It's aimed at younger readers, but also all ages, to be honest. But just a lot of fun to this. Mariko Tamaki is writing this, and again, it's just all to do with the brotherly bond, shall we say, of the complicated brotherly bond, if you will, of Thor and Loki. This is one again that I really highly recommend. I read this in the single issue format. It was 5 issues in total. This is written by Conor McCreary, who is actually now living in Canada but has Irish roots, and the artist on this is VV Glass. It's essentially a great tale of witchcraft and folklore, and it's set around the idea of Irish myths, which is really cool. So you'll see things in here certainly the side of the world we're on. You'll see things in here you recognize, you know, some myths explored. You'll see a lot of Irish names through here, things like Saoirse, for example. But it was just a brilliantly told story. Again, all ages, but definitely something for all ages. Just a really, really cool title. And we may have something coming up in the podcast network soon related to that. Watch this space. Next up, we have the next Mighty Marvel Masterworks volume. So we're now moving on to the Avengers. We've already had Fantastic Four, we've already had X-Men, we've already had Amazing Fantasy / Amazing Spider-Man. So now we're on to the Avengers. So for this one, this collects the Avengers 1 to 10. So again, you're going right back to the beginning of the Avengers run. You're going back to all that Stan Lee, Jack Kirby goodness there. So that's a new volume out this week. Another one for the younger readers, we have the next volume out this week of Superhero Girls, which is Superhero Girls Ghosting. These sell really, really well, and they're a great way of getting younger readers into comics, certainly younger girls especially. But what's cool about it as well is there's actually loads of deep cuts in this, so if you're a DC fan, you could read this and actually pick up a few bits and pieces. But this one seems to focus on Katana, Batgirl, Wonder Woman, Supergirl, Jessica Cruz, Green Lantern as well. So yeah, this really, really good for younger readers, as I say. Next up we have Unearthed. So this is part of the DC range. I believe it's called Graphic Novels for Young Adults. So again, this is in your sort of 13 to 15 range. This is called Unearthed. This is a Jessica Cruz story. So again, it's going to be Green Lantern related. Written by Lillian Rivera and art by Steph C. And again, these are good ones for, you know, you sometimes struggle with graphic novels in that little sort of age range. You know, there's certainly a lot of DC stuff can be maybe into a slightly older crowd. Or a younger crowd, but that sort of middle area, and that's why they've started with these graphic novels for young adults as well. So really cool looking one for that one, which is Jessica Cruz based. Back in stock is the Fables Compendium. So if you've ever wanted to get into Bill Williams' Fables, this is definitely the best way to do it in terms of cost effectiveness. You know, it does come in at around 55 quid, but essentially what you're getting there is 43 issues, so just over £1 an issue. If you were going to read this, for example, through the trade paperbacks, you'll end up spending double that. So if you're really committed to it, the compendiums are the way to go. This is volume 1 back in stock. We also have volume 2 downstairs and volume 3 as well. So if you're looking to get into Fables in a big bad way, we got you covered there. Definitely a big release this week is a Batman A Fortnite 0 Point. So we're now getting the hardcover collection of this. And yes, it does include all the download codes. So if you missed out on the madness of Batman Fortnite, it was nuts at the time, and you know, brought so many new readers to comics. It was great to see people wanting these download codes, but also enjoying the series as well. And again, this collects all 6 issues, but also all the download codes, so you will get that super armored Batman, which is what you really want anyway. Back in stock as well. Jeez, I seem to focus this every couple of weeks on this. Something is Killing the Children. Keeping this title in stock is very difficult. It just sells out and sells out. I ordered 6 copies of each this week, which is quite a lot for us for the back issue graphic novel sections. But it just keeps selling out. But it's just brilliant storytelling, so maybe not too surprising. Also with Fables, just in case you don't want to quite jump into the compendium, we have got the first volumes back in stock as well of the trade paperbacks. So these ones just collect, I think it's the first 5 or 6 issues. So again, if you just want to dip your toe in, maybe you're not 100% sure you want to commit, then that's the format to go with. Another one of our favourite titles that went out of stock last week, but back in stock, is Firepower. So Robert Kirkman, Chris Samney, blue in the face, telling you how great this is. Some of the best comics around. This is a Prelude graphic, which is definitely where to start, and it always comes with that Image price point, that £9 price point. Next up is a new release, also from Image Comics. This is Mirka Andolfo, who's become a really favourite writer and artist of mine. I love her stuff. Mercy was fantastic. I'm a real sucker for her variant covers, as evidenced this week by Deadly Class, but that's also Deadly Class related. So this one's Deep Beyond, which is a deep set underwater horror title. It's going to be 2 volumes in total. So this is volume 1, which is covering issues 1 to 6. So again, another really strong Image title there. In stock, we also got Spider-Man Noir. So this was a recent 5-issue miniseries called Twilight in Babylon. So this is worth it just for the art. Another artist I love is Juan Ferreira, Brazilian artist, fantastic stuff, really, really good at horror actually, but also really, really good at noir. Love their style, and this was actually a really good read in general. It's written by Margaret Stoll, and again, this is sort of World War II era Spider-Man, so that's really, really cool. Also this week we have the Taskmaster miniseries has just come in graphic novel form. Jed MacKay is probably Marvel's sort of secret weapon, underrated writer at the moment, you know, doing stuff on Black Cat, Taskmaster doing some Avengers mech titles, and looks like he's going to be involved to a degree with this writer's room with Spider-Man as well. So this was a 5-issue series, the Rubicon Trigger, and again, feedback on that's been very strong. A couple just to finish off with then, so again back in stock is Stillwater, so this is the first volume of the Chip Zdarsky and Ramon K. Perez title, all about a town that if you live in it, you can never age, you can never die. But what happens if you set outside those limits, and what happens if an outsider from the real world discovers it. Brilliant first arc, 6 issues, great stuff. Again, it's Zdarsky, so of course I'm going to recommend it. Another one that recently, just trying to keep this in stock is nuts. There seems to be a real renaissance in the love for Dark Knight Returns. Now this doesn't surprise me because it's the single greatest thing ever written. Watchman would be second. But yeah, we've got these 30th anniversary editions back in stock. Again, every time we get these in, keep selling out. I love that this story is so timeless. I love that people keep rediscovering it. I love that when people hear about definitive Batman stories, Dark Knight Returns is what they aim for. So Frank Miller, Klaus Janson, Lynn Varley, honestly the pinnacle of comics right here. And then one last one just to finish off with, we got the hardcover in for Fight Club 3. So I don't know if you guys know, but certainly if you enjoyed the movie of Fight Club, Chuck Palahniuk, who wrote the original novel, was asked how he would like to continue the story. And I think his publishers really thought he was just going to say do another novel. But he's decided to do 2 sequels, and both of them have come out in hardcover graphic novels. Cameron Stewart is the artist on them, Chuck Palahniuk writing. This is Fight Club 3, we have Fight Club 2 downstairs as well, and those are direct canon sequels to the original Fight Club movie. So yeah, just a little bit of a sample there of some of the stuff that came in this week. Again, this will all be going out for New Comic Book Day on Wednesday. Tons of stuff, as you can tell. And again, I will be putting up probably another wee video just looking at the DC line I was talking about. Those figurines are absolutely gorgeous. So we'll have that for you soon anyway. But yeah, anything appeals to you as ever, just drop us a message. We're always happy to hold stuff for you. I'll be getting onto my pull list one as well. You can find that elsewhere on the YouTube network. And again, Keith and I will be jumping back on the horse the next week or so on podcasts, getting back to the reviews, getting back to the previews. We have a book club lined up, with a couple of interviews lined up. So keep an eye on the podcast network as well. There's going to be some exciting stuff there. And then yeah, just before I finish, if you haven't watched it, AEW All Out, holy crap, what a pay-per-view. Unbelievable. I'm going to leave it there. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope it proved useful. And as always, I look forward to seeing you in the store. So take it easy.